as you can see, guys, we're using the Apex to do the test today. Absolutely brilliant machine. Now, I've had a few problems with this when I first started, and after speaking to a friend of mine, Jack from Extreme Metal Detecting UK, he's helped me out a lot, and now I think I've got it to a T. So I'm hoping this video that I'm going to do for you guys might help a few of you out, and hoping that it might be able to sort of give you a rough idea of target ID numbers, the depths, and what kind of signal you're going to get. But before we start that, what we're going to do is just give you a quick rundown what we've got here. As you guys know, it's the Apex have got the Viper coil. Now, I know they brought out some new coils. I'm not sure if they're on the market yet. They brought out a bigger one, which will be a bonus for me, because as you guys know, I love my Tornado coil, and to get a bigger coil on this Apex would be absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. I mean, the shaft on it's absolutely brilliant. I do like it. I do like these. Some people say, oh, they could have changed the way they've done these. I like it that way, because if anything happens to this, you've always got that. Just helps you finish the day off until you can get it fixed. It's an absolutely wicked machine. I haven't took the front covering off the case. I've just left that on there, guys. But otherwise, it's an absolute lovely machine. I do like the grip on these, where on the 400 it was sponge. This is more like you can get a proper good grip with that. I take the sticky bit out. I never use that because you forever take your arm in and out. So yeah, I just take that off. It comes with wireless headphones. Now, if you go over to GARRETTS.com, they're doing I think some deals with these. You can get a pinpointer, I think a digging tool, for a certain price. So yeah, they're doing little sort of bundles now. So if you head over to GARRETTS.com, use the code word extreme, PAL, over there and up there, you get yourself a 10% discount. So right, guys, let's get on doing these this test, and I will get back to you in a minute. See you then. Right, guys, check that out. We are here at our destination. Absolutely lovely day. It's absolutely cracking. Sun's out. It's been raining for the last week and a half, so it's been absolutely horrible. But right, guys, as you know, we're doing something a little bit different today. We're here with the Apex, but today we are doing something just a little bit different. In one of my previous videos, somebody asked me what kind of signals, the sounds, and the target ID numbers that they get on the Apex with certain kind of IDs, i.e. silver coins, a bit of copper, a bit of brass. So what we've done today, guys, is we've dug 3 holes at 3 different depths. This one here is just over a pinpoint or so in depth, say a pinpointer and a half nearly. Then we've got a pinpointer in depth, and then we've got half a pinpointer in depth there at the end. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be sticking some of these items. We've got some silvers, we've got some lead, we've got some gold there, we've got some copper. I've got some other smaller coins that I'll probably use instead of this big one here, which I'll get out in a minute. And what we're going to do is, bear with me, we're going to stick an item in each one of these depth holes, see what kind of target ID number we get without the clud on the top, just to see what kind of depth we get. And then what we're going to do is we're going to stick the clud back on the top and then see what kind of ID number changes once we've stuck the clud back on top of the hole with the item still in it. So yeah, we're going to try that. We're going to try, as I say, loads of different items today. We've got a few little items to get through, and I'm hoping this might help a few out, and I'll be able to also show you about the chatter, because a lot of people have been talking about the Apex having a lot of chatter and how to stop it and things like that. And I think I've worked it out just right by lowering the sensitivity. And I'll also show you today, by lowering the sensitivity doesn't mean that you're going to lose targets at a very good depth. I will also show you that today if you stick with me with this video. So right, guys, let's get on. What we're going to start off with is we're going to start off with sticking a tiny copper coin in each one, and see what kind of ID number we get without the clud on. Then we're going to throw the clud on the top. Right, I'll see you guys in a minute. Right, guys, these are the settings and that we're going to be using today to do the test with the few items that we're going to be using. Right, as you can see, guys, on my screen right there, we have set it to custom mode. And on my custom mode, what I've done is I've discriminated the first 4. On the menu, I have got sensitivity, and I've notched out the first 2. Volume, I've got on 6, just so you guys can hear the tones. The iron grunt I got on 1. You can have that set up, but as I'm doing this test, you don't really need it set on. The frequency, I'm going to go with 20. So we're going to stick with frequency 20 for this test. Channel 5. Sometimes, guys, when I'm out and I've got a little bit of chatter going on, sometimes I found just changing the channel can sometimes help. So give that a little try, and sometimes it may just help a little bit. So yeah, I like to keep that onto 5, as I say there. Right, we're all set. Right, when it comes to ground balancing this machine, guys, what I like to do is, this is what I found is the easiest to do. Right, point the machine up so you're getting nothing up on the machine there. Hold the ground balance in. And then you can hear it there, guys, just quietening off. Just quietening off. So we got a ground balance there of 78. There you go, guys. This is a field with quite a bit of stuff on, so it's probably going to have a little bit of chatter. Also, if you stick with me, guys, as I said, I'm going to show you today how to stop the chatter totally, lowering this sensitivity quite a bit, but still picking up items at quite a depth. Right, let's get on, and I'll see you guys in a minute. Now we've got this ground balanced, we've got it set to the mode that I want it set at. We're going to get on by putting a tiny copper in each one of these holes, and we're going to see what kind of signal we get. Right, see you in a minute. Right, guys, as you can see, we've got a I think that's just an old farthing, I think. Yep, it's a Vicky farthing. So right, we're going to stick that in the shallow hole first and see what kind of signal we get with the Apex there. Right. Yeah, it's easy going to pick that up. We knew that was going to get that from there. Right, into the next. This one's a little bit deeper. This one's just near a pinpointer in depth. It's 61. Lovely tone that. Yeah, we knew it was going to pick that up like that. Right, shove that in the third hole. There you go, guys. So it's easy going to pick them up. That's the sort of tones you're getting. So you know it's definitely going to be picking it up quite deep. So right, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to stick the clud back on the top and see what sort of signal we get. We're not going to bother with sticking it straight onto the shallow one. We're going to stick with these two deeper ones for a minute. We're going to start with this one and go from there. Right, let's go. See you in a minute. Right, guys, I've put the clud on the top with the farthing underneath. I've put it straight in the middle one. This is at a pinpoint of depth. This is the sort of, that's the sort of signal you're going to get. The ID tones there between a 51 and a 53. Jumps about a little bit to a 46. But as I say, that's at a pinpoint of depth, guys. So we know that is definitely that's a absolute lovely signal. So we know it's definitely going to pick that up from that kind of depth. So right, we're going to move that straight over. But as you see there, that's the sort of sound and the target ID number you're going to get with a little tiny bit of copper or a little bit of brass there. We're going to stick that straight in the pinpoint and a half depth hole, and we're going to see where we go from there. Right, catch you in a minute. Now we've got the the farthing just in this hole here, which is a just over a pinpoint, near a pinpoint and a half in depth. As you can see, no problem there, picking it up. The numbers are bouncing around a little bit, but as you guys know, with that sound, that's a diggable sound all day long. As you walk around the hole a little bit, the numbers change. Goes back to a solid 50 sound. There you go. So yeah, as you can see there, guys, that it has no trouble there picking up the farthing at quite a depth. And that is a farthing, and that's about a pinpoint and a half in depth. So what I'm going to quickly show you guys is, check this out. Right, you can hear the chatter there. Sensitivity. Notch another 2 off, so now I've only got 4. I've notched off 4 there, and I've got 4. Now check this out. Now you're going to get no chatter, guys. I promise you that. You won't get no chatter as you can see, this is a school, this is a field, so you, good little signal there. But as I say, check that signal out. That's a brilliant signal with the sensitivity set low. So if you've got a lot of chatter, don't worry about lowering your sensitivity to stop it, because as I say, look, sensitivity, drop it another one, so now I've got 3. It's picking it up, it's jumping about a little bit with the numbers there, as you can see. It's bringing the numbers on and off, but it's still picking it up. There you go. So you will walk round to catch that, to just get it right. So, and that will stop the chatter all day long, having the sensitivity that low. And as you can see, that's a pinpoint and a half depth, and that is, as you can see, that is diggable all day long. I will dig that all day long. So as I say, guys, don't be too worried about sticking the sensitivity down, but as you know, as we're doing this test, we've got to stick it back up to there. But I'll show you again soon with one of the silver items there. You can lower it and still get rid of the chatter and still lower it so much, because the sensitivity still picks up that small item even at that depth. So if you don't like the chatter, guys, as I say, adjust sensitivity. Don't mess around with the ground balance once you've done it. Do the ground balance. If you're not sure about the ground balance, you don't like the first time, stay there, do it again, do it again, do it a few times till you're really comfortable. Then, as I say, if you don't like that chatter too much, adjust the sensitivity, and as you just see there, guys, it picked it up at a pinpoint and a half depth, and that was only a tiny little small farthing. So right, let's crack on. We're going to stick a bit of silver in them and see what kind of tones we get with the clud out, as I say, and then what kind of ID number we get with the clud in there. Right, see you guys in a minute. Right, guys, what we're going to do now is we're going to try a little bit of silver, see what kind of ID numbers it gives us. What we're going to do is we're just going to go straight in the middle hole, which is a pinpoint at depth, because I think it's going to pick it up. It is actually going to pick it up at that depth. So yeah, we've gone with a pinpointer in depth there, guys. Let's see. Yeah, we knew it was going to pick it up. 77, 78. There you go, guys, absolutely lovely signal. And as I say, that's at a pinpointer in depth. And then we've got that one there, which is a pinpointer and a half, or just under a pinpointer and a half, should I say. Tone, the signals change slightly, but that's quite deep, as I say. But it still picks it up, and that's a diggable. Everyone knows that's a diggable sound all day long. And that's as I say, that's a pinpointer and a half in depth, guys. So right, what we're going to do is we're going to stick the silver back in here, put the clud on top, see what ID numbers we get. Stick one in there, see what ID numbers we get from there. I've got 2 same size silver coins, so we're going to stick one in each one and show you one straight after the other. Right, guys, see you in a minute. Guys, I put a 3p, silver 3p in the pinpointer depth, and I've put one in the pinpoint and a half depth. Let's see what target ID numbers we get. Now we've got the clud back on. There you go, guys. Not much change. It's changed a slight bit. In the 50s, still in the 50s. So yeah, not much change there. Also, we're going to go. Sounds exactly the same as what it did with the clud open. The numbers have gone down into the 40s, then bounces into the 50s, which it did with the clud open. Exactly the same, they're both silver. Slight different little sound there, but as you guys know, that's just the where it's slightly deeper. I'm also going to quickly show you this again. Don't like the chatter. Sensitivity, 4 and 4. So if you don't like the chatter, guys, as you can see, I've turned the sensitivity right down there. And it still picks that up absolutely lovely, see? And don't be scared to give it a good swing. So yeah, they're the sorts of numbers you're going to get with silver. And as I say, that's a pinpointer in depth. That's just over a pinpointer and near a pinpointer and half in depth. So yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. As I say, guys, don't like the chatter, just turn it down. Just turn it down and it will absolutely stop the chatter altogether, and it will not stop you finding them absolutely lovely bits. So right, let's get these bits out, get a gold item in them, and let's see what target ID number gold gives you on the Apex. See you in a minute. Right guys, now what we're going to try is, I've got a gold coin that we can try as well. I think it's a William the III, I think. Or it's George, I'm not too sure what that is. I've got to unbend it. But what I think I'm not going to use is this, because it's 9 carat gold. And a lot of people seem to find a lot of 9 carat gold stuff. So we're going to try this, and I think it'll probably end up giving the same sort of number, or roughly the same number as the coin does. So yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to stick this straight into the pinpoint of depth. See, let's give it a little push down, not too much. Huh? No, I'm going to not make it easier, because no one ever finds it like that. It's always got a slight little lean to it, isn't it, like that? So yeah, no one ever finds it when it's flat like that. So let's see what that gives us. All right, bring the Apex round. All right. In the 60s, I believe that is, or I don't know. Between the, don't know, it bounces about a little bit. 9 carat gold between anywhere in between the 50s and the 70s, really. If you can get a good lock on it, it'll probably be on the, I'd expect it to be on the 40s side, probably. But as you can see, it picks it up lovely, absolutely lovely. Sorry if the sun's beaming off the machine there, guys. But as you can see, it picks up the gold part absolutely brilliant, and that's sitting at an angle like that, as you can see. So what we can do is we're going to do the same with the pinpoint and a half in depth, and we're going to do the same and lean it at an angle. I'll not make it easy for myself. Right. As you can see there, guys. Now on my 400i, it comes up 45.50 for gold. So, and that is the target ID number is almost the same there. And that's a pinpoint and a half in depth, as you can see. And that's on an edge. That little gold item, as you can see down there, is just on a slight edge. So yeah, it has no problems picking up that. Right, what we're gonna do, guys, we're gonna stick the gold back in here, put the clud on the top, and then we're gonna do the one there, and we're gonna see what kind of signal it gives us with the clud on the top. And then I'm gonna show you a little one with a tiny little piece of silver hammy, a little quarter piece. We're gonna see how deep it goes in these holes. Right, guys, catch you in a minute. Right, guys, the clud's back on. I put the coin back at an angle again, because no one ever finds one usually when it's flat like that. If you're lucky, you will, but if you don't, it's usually at an angle. Ah, there you go. Now it's changed to a 40. So as you can see, when the clud was open, it was jumping about a little bit, but now the clud's on the top. This is exactly the same sort of number I got with the 400. Absolutely lovely signal. So yeah, you've got 9 carat golds coming up at between a 45 and a 50, I'd say. Absolutely lovely signal though. And as I say, guys, that's at an angle, so it might change slightly, because I'll put the gold up at an angle. So what we're going to do is we're going to get it back out of there, and we're going to shove it in the biggest hole. In a minute. Guys, we've moved the gold item out of the pinpoint of depth. We've got it in the pinpoint and a half. And as I say, I've lent it at a slight angle. As you guys know, you're never going to find one that's usually flat like that. And there you go. Between the same sort of mark, between 45 and in slightly just in the 50s on the ID number there. And as I say, guys, I think what it is with this machine, it's so sensitive. Don't be worried about, you hear that chatter, you don't like it too much. Sensitivity, guys, you can see there. Discriminated should I say. I've discriminated the first 4 on the sensitivity bar there. As you can see, I've only using 4, and still picking it up absolutely lovely. So if you don't like that chatter, guys, don't be scared to lower the sensitivity, because I found Even lowering the sensitivity is actually still giving me an absolutely lovely signal, and it still picks it up as depth. As you can see there, I've lowered it quite a bit. I mean, I don't know how far we can lower it. So what, we're on 3 there. There you go, guys. Look, and that's a pinpoint and a half depth. So yeah, it's just a really sensitive machine, this is. So yeah, if you don't like the chatter, guys, don't be scared. Don't mess about with the ground balance, as I say. Just forget about the ground balance once you've set it. Mess about with the sensitivity. Absolutely works perfectly. So right, guys, what I'm going to do is I've got a tiny little piece of hammered coin. Bear with me, let me just show you. A tiny little bit of hammered here, as you can see. And what we're going to do is we're going to see how deep that. Let's get this gold bit out of here first. Right, let me just put that up there, guys. So yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can pick this up in there. Yeah, let's see if we can pick it up. I'm going to give myself a little bit of a chance this time by sticking it up straight and then just patting it down. I'm not going to go too crazy. As you can see, guys, it's picking it up. It is picking it up. It is picking it up. You can hear it just there, but there you go. Numbers are jumping about slightly, but by the sound of it, I would dig that all day long. And as I say, that's with sensitivity down that low. So if we just put the sensitivity back up to where I have it. So the sensitivity helps a tiny bit to get them tiny little quartered hammers. But as I say, it's a absolutely sensitive machine, this is. Pinpoint would pick that up absolutely perfectly. So yeah, guys, as I say, absolutely sensitive machine. You see just there, that was just a quarter hammered in a pinpoint and a half depth. Absolutely wicked machine. We've done a few tests today. We'll do a little review in a minute of what I think so far of the Apex. And yeah, as I say, guys, don't be scared to lower that sensitivity when you've done your ground balance and that. As I say, if you don't like the chatter, just lower it. Don't be scared to lower it 3 or 4. Just give it a try and see what you think. Right, guys, I'll see you in a minute. Right, I'm just going to give you a quick rundown and a review of what I think of the Garrett Apex now, after doing that test, and what I think of it. Well, guys, I can tell you this: when I first started, it was an absolutely hard machine to use, but now I think I've got it. The idea with this machine, guys, the key thing with this machine is it is absolutely sensitive. It's a sensitive machine, and it chatters a lot. Now, if you lower that sensitivity, as you guys see, you still pick up them items, but I found lowering the sensitivity quite a bit actually stopped the chatter as well. So that, I think, will help you guys out if you're getting a lot of chatter and you don't like that chatter. As you guys know, as I said at the beginning of the video, they've got some new coils coming out for it, which will be an absolute bonus, because as you guys know, I like to be in the middle of a big field. They got a small coil as well coming out for them tinier areas. But yeah, it will absolutely help the machine out a lot to have a few more extra little coils to go with it. The coil they got on there now is absolutely perfect. Picks up things at a depth. The pinpointer on this machine is absolutely perfect. I can't fault that pinpointer to a T. Absolutely, the smallest holes ever I've started to dig since I've had this machine. Is it worth £520? Now, if you go over to regton.com, guys, they're doing like a package. They're doing package deals over there, so you can get the machine, a pinpointer, and something else. So they're doing all different price ranges over. Go over and take a look. Now, £520 with the headphones. Yeah, I reckon it's worth the money. Once you know how to work it and you get that sensitivity how you want it and how you like the machine, I'll tell you what, guys, you won't go wrong with it. The next few videos I've got coming out, you'll see why. I found some absolutely stunning bits with this machine. And I think it's brilliant. As I say, there's a lot of people out there who've got a few problems, or they don't like the way it chatters too much. As I say, guys, give it time, lower that sensitivity, tell me what you think, even change the channel every now and then and tell me what you think, and tell me if that helps you out. If it helps you out, let me know. Or if there's any other tests that you want me to do with this Apex. Now we're going to do one where we go to the beach. So we're on some real hard, muddy Thames estuary mud down where I live. So we're going to take that down there next week, and we're going to try that down there and see if we can find anything. See what kind of signals we get down there. See what kind of items we can actually find down there, and does it work really well on that kind of muddy soil that you get when people go bait digging. I went on there with a 400 and it was just you just couldn't get anywhere with it. So we're going to try this, guys. We're going to get out and we're going to try this on the beach and see what we get with this. But as I say, guys, if you're interested in the Apex, pop over, check it out at regton.com, check out what kind of bundles they do there, and I tell you what, guys, you won't go wrong. You won't go wrong. Right, this is Digger's Den, Tyson Fury. Until my adventure, which is day after tomorrow, I will see you then. So I'd like to say thank you to everyone that subscribes to my channel, and thank you to absolutely everyone that takes their time to watch my videos. Absolutely means a lot, because I like to do these things for you guys. If it helps you in any way, I'm hoping it does. Well, I hope it does. It sort of does help me in some way. If you can leave a comment and just say if there's anything you want me to test or try for you. Right, until my next adventure, guys. Digger's Den, Tyson Fury, signing out. Whoop. Onwards and upwards, and I'll see you at the next.